on.
What we did see from New Zealand in that first one-day international was they just had a good look at the surface in the first 5 overs. They didn't look to take it on. Then gloves were called for, and the back half of the power play they looked to accelerate. It's been in some form, Henry Nicholls, over the last month or two. Granted, most of it's been in domestic cricket, but form is form.
That's straight to the fielder. And I think when you talk about domestic cricket in New Zealand and international cricket, there isn't a gulf of a difference in the quality of play and the cricket that goes on. So I'm sure that he'll be fancying his chances, because it's imperative that they get off to a good start. You mentioned the fact they had a good look at the 5 overs, the first 5 overs. I think they're going to do the same today. Oh, inside edge. Shariful keeps on. The batsman guessing. Very tentative little push at that one.
Started where he's left off here, Shariful Islam. He's at good areas. He has the ability to swing the ball away from the left-handers as well as just nip it off the seam back into them. We haven't seen much swing as yet.
Thought about going for it, and then decided it wouldn't be the wise option to take. The ball was holding its line. It's not nipping back into the comfort area of the batter.
When you were saying that not a big difference between international cricket and the domestic cricket, the difference that there is that, yes, you play against all the bowlers that you may play against or face up to in an international game, but an international game, you face the 5 best. In domestic cricket, you may just get 1 this week, 1 the next week, 2 without loss.
We pan into the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium, the home of Bangladesh cricket, where Bangladesh have started off with the ball reasonably well, and they keep on doing that. There was a maiden, that first over from Shariful. Have a look at what we have in store. Dutch Bangla Bank ODI and T20 series. First ODI won by 26 runs by New Zealand, and second on right now. We move to Chattogram for the 3rd and final ODI. That's on the 23rd of April. Couple of T20 internationals on the 27th and 29th in Chattogram. And the whole circus moves back to this ground for the 3rd T20 on the 2nd of May. Oh, width of it, but what about that? Good shot, and it went so very quickly. What, that must have stung. Mehdi Hasan Miraj did very well. Tauhid Ridha, I beg your pardon.
Bit of a cliche here, but this is good cricket. Not a bad delivery, wonderful stroke, brilliant bit of fielding.
Oh, he was surprised by that. Reared up from just back of a length, I think. But he got that bat right behind the line.
high up on the bat. Hence the reaction from Nicholls. Well, looks like it's going to be hard work again for the batters.
And he comes back with a slightly fuller delivery. The mix of lengths has been excellent, and the doubt in the batter's mind, you remember the very first ball that he bowled was kept very low, and a couple of deliveries back, reared up, surprised the batter, got him almost on the handle, the splice of the bat. So as HT was mentioning, batting is not going to be easy, even on this wicket, which we thought would be a little more conducive to batting compared to the one we had during the first ODI. A lot of concentration and resilience required by the batters. Another one nips back in. Half-hearted shout from Thaskin.
He's been much better from over the wicket in the second ODI so far. In the first one, he struggled a little bit because there was some swing on offer, and he gave a few wides down the leg side and was quick to change his angle of attack. He went around the wicket. But here he's managed to find quite a good line, particularly to the left-hander, not allowing any room for the left-hander to be able to free his arms. It's been tight on the stumps.
Oh, lets that go. And that is another maiden over completed. After 3, it's only 2 without loss. It's been tough for the batters. New Zealand winning the toss, deciding to bat, but they're going in a similar manner to the first game. Oh, inside edge. Good work from Liton Das. That was traveling very, very quickly, and he really dived so very well to his right, ensured that he got the gloves on it and made sure that the ball didn't go for 4 runs. Good stuff.
Again, just a little bit of nip back in to the left-hander.
Great stuff. Don't expect to go the other way. Normally, ball pitching on the off stump, then the inside edge, his balance is on the left side, then he immediately senses the ball going to his right. Another good ball. Now Shariful is really giving some trouble to the batters in terms of the nipping back and also the little bit of bounce that he's generating. Not too much swing. Average swing 1.1 for Thaskin, 1 less than 1 for Naid Rana. As you mentioned, hardly any swing in the air. And this one using the angle close to the face. Once again, the fielders alert to that fact. Just the pressure building here with New Zealand in the 4th over, just scoring 2 runs. And this time around, he tries to guard it away on the offside, again finding the fielder. This has been good. On the first game, the Bangladeshi fielding left a little to be desired. A couple of drop catches, not too much good fielding in the outfield either.
And they left a few runouts out there as well. Now, I know creating a direct hit is tough, but they had numerous opportunities where they could have run out some of the New Zealand batters and just failed to hit the stumps.
Oh, down the leg side. But once again, I'd feel that Nicholls would say that he missed an opportunity to make more use of the width offered. They found the fielder at deep fine who didn't have too much of a problem going across and making sure that only a single was taken.
The first one. The first one that's just strayed down the leg side from Shariful Islam.
Kelly has faced 7 deliveries yet to open his account. And it stays that way. Another excellent over from Shariful. After 4, it's 3 without loss. The national swimming pool right next to the ground here, practicing the dives. Wow, that's a good one. Not too much of a splash. That's good. Oh, again, just drifting a little down leg, not making the requisite contact. Gets around, possibly off the gloves.
Both these batters will be well aware of the difficulties that they're encountered in the first ODI, and so they know, just have a little look up front here, take your time. We can score some runs in the middle period. New Zealand didn't hit 1-6 in the first ODI and they still won the match.
Oh, then he is just backed away ever so slightly. I think the ball just holding its line, maybe nipping back towards his body, didn't allow him to free his arms. Intentions possibly to go through, off.
Seen both batters now use their feet. It hasn't yielded any runs, but what it could possibly do is say to the batter, do I need to change my length? Sometimes you don't look to use your feet in order to attack. It's just to get into the mind of the bowler.
Such a crucial thing from the mind game's perspective, as you mentioned. And the bowlers have got the ascendancy, they're controlling things. Once in a while, you have to take a little bit of a chance. Put the pressure back on. It's not easy now. All the pressure is on the batters. Some excellent bowling.
They've been excellent so far. The field, Bangladesh. Najmul Hussain Shanto. It's time at backward point.
Kelly goes big and misses out. Big appeal from Tuskin. But somehow I feel he might not get the support from his captain. Seemed to be pitching outside leg. Wait and see if he goes for the review.
Quite difficult to tell who's going to make the ultimate decision here, because all 9 outfielders converged on the captain. That's pitched well outside leg stump.
Bowling bowlers always gets overly excited every time they beat the bat and hit the pad. But he'll be a happy chappy, no question about that. Run rate, would you believe, in the 5th over, 0.86. Extraordinary. That tells you how much domination has been created by the Bangladeshi bowlers. Hardly giving anything away, keeping a tight leash on the proceedings. Drifting down leg, whips that away, and it's going to be the first boundary. Nexus pay 4.
Nicely played. Even though it's tough, there'll still be a little bit of pressure. Both these batters will feel just a hint of it, with us being not nearly halfway through the power play. But this is very neatly played. Just drifts ever so slightly onto the leg side, and away it goes.
A lovely shot will ease some nerves. They can feel that there are runs to be taken when the opportunities arise. More positive in their outlook, a little more proactive in their approach. You can see that immediately after getting that boundary this time around. He's threaded the needle. He's hit it very nicely to deep cover for 4 runs. 5 overs done. 12 without loss. Well, that Manhattan tells you the story, doesn't it? Controlled bowling. And the batter is now getting a move on. Fancying their chances. This is an excellent shot. Just managed to get the right part of the bat. A lovely swing. And 4 more runs.
That run rate's not 0.8 anymore. It's gone above 3. Lovely little shimmy down the wicket. What's that? 3 boundaries in a row.
Changes the whole nature of the game. Confidence building. Patience pays off. And that is a super delivery from Shariful. Beat him all ends up.
Now, we've seen Shariful Islam nip the ball back into the left-handers throughout his short spell. This one just leaves the left-hander ever so slightly. That's a goodie.
Hitting the seam and playing for that little bit of an inward movement, but this time around, as you mentioned, snipping away. He likes it. Yep. Careful. Bowl a few more. Push, run. Good understanding between the two. So very crucial.
He's been in wonderful form domestically back in New Zealand, Henry Nicholls, and arrived here as one of the few players with lots of international experience, and he delivered. 68 of 83 deliveries. He held the top order together. Played some delightful strokes. Be a little bit disappointed that he didn't go on to a real big one, but he certainly gave New Zealand a platform for where they could post something that was very defendable on this pitch.
Another beauty. Now he bowls those so very well. So very controlled, that little movement away from the left-hander. Got him guessing. Lucky not to get a touch.
Leaves him again.
He's bowled two very, very good deliveries, beating the bat with ones that nipped away off the seam. Oh, that's wayward, and that's another good effort from Liton Kumar Das. He's been made to work hard in his 100th ODI.
Just out of nowhere, he gets one wrong again, Sharaful. He's bowled some beautiful deliveries, and then this, saying, well, I don't care if you're in your 100th ODI, you got work to do behind there. And Das actually does well to prevent this from going for 4.
Congrats for your 100th ODI. And congrats and well done for all the hard work you've already had to put in. Two very good diving stops. One is a stop, one is a parry, but they all count into lifting the spirit of the bowlers. Beaten him inside part of the bat, missing on that occasion.
Yeah, just having a look at Henry Nichols's ODI statistics. 100, 17 50s. Now I just wonder if that's a nasty little habit that he's got into, and I say that because if I look at his last few scores he scored back in New Zealand before coming here, I'll read them to you. 96, 52, 44, 66, 68, 77. Henry Nicholls could have an incredible record if he just converts a little bit better.
Oh, another great delivery to finish the over. 20 without loss.
ভাই চলো যে কয়টা পারিস করে নিস ভালো বলে হচ্ছে
Very sedate, watchful start here by New Zealand. Took a long time to settle down, have a good feel of what kind of pace the wicket was offering, and then a flurry of boundaries. 3 of them back to back got them to a decent score at the end of 6 overs. Well, the 2 umpires just converging. You'll see a lot of that. It's hot and muggy. There will be rehydration on a regular basis. We saw that in the first ODI. Can't blame the batters.
When timing the ball well, you allow it to come to you. As close to you as possible. It's when you time it well. But against the spin, a couple of sweeps and then a nice use of the feet.
Well, still the substitute fielders in the middle in some treatment, maybe to Liton Das. I think he took off his gloves. He's hit a couple of times pretty hard, but now we're all set and that little pause in play. And what's that got to do to the mindset? They got into a bit of a momentum, the 2 batters. The crowd will be hoping that Bangladesh get their first wicket by one of the 2 bowlers on view. Taskin has bowled well, 3 overs so far for 11 runs, including a maiden. Going to be Nicholls on strike now. Nice ball to start off with.
Another warm one day in Mirpur, but there is a slight breeze, which might just help with the comfort levels for the players today. The breeze blowing directly, it was blowing earlier directly down the ground towards the media end, the rocket end, but now it seems to just be swirling a little bit.
Just to confuse you, confuse the bowlers. They can use the wind behind their back or face the wind. It's more across from the square area. Down the wicket, and that has been turned into a very, very good looking shot.
Tuscan's bowled so nicely from over the wicket, sort of jamming the left-handers for room. It was Kelly who flicked him through the leg side in his previous over. And so now there's a change of angle of attack. Tuscan comes around the wicket, and Nicholls says, I'm not going to let you settle. Not today.
Well, the boundaries are starting to flow now, and that'll be of concern to Mehdi Hasan Miraj and his bowlers. 3.79. It's a reasonably healthy run rate after how they started. Civil round, big appeal, no response from Ghazi Sohail. And he quietly walks back to his bowling mark.
Such a difficult delivery to bowl now with the ball. If it's above head height, it's deemed a wide. And I talk about a head height when a batter is standing upright in his crease. But this is such a good directed down serve. Yes, it's drifting down the leg side, but because it's high enough, it's so difficult to control for a batter. And this ball can spiral down to fine leg and present a catch. It was a good short one.
Oh, he innovates and Shariful quickly anticipating that, does well to get across and get a hand to it. Make sure it's nothing more than a single. So the confidence building amongst the batters now, going for innovation.
Seems like a bit of a game plan that New Zealand have decided on it. If we look at that first ODI, it's sort of running in similar fashion, isn't it? Nothing for the first 4 or 5 overs as they had a look at the pitch and assess the conditions. And now the decision to try and accelerate.
And absolutely the right way of going about it. Get a feel of the wicket, make yourself comfy. Doesn't matter what kind of a run rate you achieve early on. And once you settle down and making sure you can play the proper shots with the balls that are being offered. Sensible cricket. Every time the ball goes past the bat, Taskin Ahmed looks back inquiringly at the umpire.
Creaky handle, maybe.
There you go. No sound nowhere near but the bat. Despite that, the expression on the face of the batter surprised him for height, I think, more than anything else. Backs away, makes room. Straight to Ridha. No chance for Fran there. Over completed after 7. New Zealand at 25 without loss.
Good to see school children in the Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium, especially on a weekday. Well, the school and the BCB taking initiatives, make sure that they can come in and have a great time when this is the second ODI of the Dutch Bangla Bank series. Nahid Rana being introduced as first change by Mehdi Hasan Miraj pretty early, proactive. looking for the first breakthrough. He's going to come in from the rocket end, the same end he was introduced from the first ODI. Step in place, so is a gully. Oh, straight away, pitches it up. A bit of a shout, came in. He strikes first up. What a change. And a wicket straight away. Now, are they going to go upstairs? Bit of a discussion in the middle between Nichols and Kelly. Star of the show with the bat in hand in the first ODI decides to walk off.
Decides not to go for the review. Nichols looked good first glance. Bit of swing. That looks adjacent. A big breakthrough. First ball of his spell. Important wicket for Bangladesh. Nichols departs for 13. 25 for 1.
Wow, what a change from Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Spot on. Bringing in the Chapai Nawabganj Express in Nahid Rana. Gets them, draws first blood, brings in Will Young. 1150s, 400s. Got the start in the first ODI. Could not convert. Did gel together with Henry Nichols, who he's replaced.
Yeah, here's a look. Hawkeye. Good decision not to have a look at that. Nichols, I think he knew it. He looked to walk off. But what a breakthrough. First delivery. Rana. Good to see the ball swinging.
Add an extra fielder in the slip cordon. Miraj has 2 slips now. Then he pulls the length back ever so slightly. There is hint of movement.
Yeah, we saw Nathan Smith the other day get some good shape for the New Zealanders. Bangladesh hasn't really swung so far. We've seen a little bit of sideways off the pitch. But it's a good first up delivery.
See the wind blowing in Nahid Rana's shirt. Moving as per that. Sun is hiding now. Off the mark is Will Young. But they've looked much more disciplined this morning, Bangladesh fast bowlers. The first boundary came in the 5th over. Sorryful only gave away 1 run in his first 2, and then Nahid Rana comes in and strikes.
Yeah, they've certainly had a good energy about them. Oddly enough, the seam presentation on that delivery, not perfect, but still swung. They certainly have a nice energy about them today. They know how important this game is, Bangladesh. They need to win today to keep the series alive.
This time movement of the deck.
That made a good thud. My earpiece looked like it may have hurt.
What I like from Nahid Rana here is he's not afraid to pitch it up. He prefers to bowl back of a length, that hard length. Today, from the get-go, he's slightly pitching it up, slightly more, ever so slightly. That was the key to the success behind the first wicket. The fine leg, deep third, 2 fielders guarding the boundary. Tentative, because the ball's doing a bit.
The on song, there's the speed. Late 140s. Good seam. Good speed in his first over here, runner. It's been impressive. He did fetch the other day a little bit, didn't he? But he's certainly turned up today. A little bit more of a bounce about him. Must admit, he is taking his time to bowl this over.
Good looking punch from the back foot. Straight to the field. So wicket taking over this from Nahid Rana. 26 for 1 New Zealand. Still Latham, Foxcroft, Clarkson and Abbas to follow. They rely heavily on the top order though. Delivered in the first ODI of this Dutch Bangla Bank series. Powered by Rocket, co-sponsor Nexus Pay. Shoriful from the Dutch Bangla Bank end. Back of a length. Now this is going to be a crucial period. Again, bowling in partnership. We've seen Nahid Rana find rhythm. Shoriful did well in the morning, but it's very important for Bangladesh that he